Thank you so much for that great story. I think it deserves a clap. And I'm very sure, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to shoot the questions from his story. Before that, let me ask you a question, Sylvia. You sell dresses, you sell shoes. Does that make money? Does it make money? What is that thing called Sylvia Boutique?
Basically, I'll say I started this business in 1998 when I came back to Uganda, and everybody practically wrote me off before I even started. That first they said we're selling clothes to prostitutes. We had the models that were selling things to, dressing models and stuff. So nobody took me seriously at all. But getting to your question, I think all of us here, the answer would be everybody, no one is naked. Everybody, second to food, everybody needs an outfit to put on. And it depends on how much you want to spend. You have choices. You can go up market, you can buy something expensive, you can buy something within, something cheap. So I'm sure fashion and clothing definitely makes money.
People think, Sylvia, that it's only men who can do business. Do you believe that?
I don't totally believe that, because otherwise, actually, I would not be here tonight, sitting with the panel of the most successful people in Uganda, Patrick, Mr. Salek Garment, and my very good friend for a very long time, Sudhir, who actually inspired me and inspires me in many ways. I remember one time, many years ago when I started doing Miss Uganda, when it was hard and running around, and he just said to me, I think I see a little bit of myself in you. And that was an inspiration for me, and every time I feel down, I just think that, Sudhir is doing very well, and one day I'm gonna be just like him. So thank you very much for that inspiration. I carry it with me every day.
What can you say to the girls in this room and the women who want to do business?
I think, anyone can do business. You just have to believe in yourself. But you have to choose, like Sudhir said, you have to choose an industry, a field that you love. Don't just go out and do something and start making clothes because Sylvia makes clothes, because you're going to fail. You have to be passionate about what you do. You could be the best nurse, you could be the best doctor, you could be the best of anything, as long as you actually put your mind to it. And as for, women, in Uganda, women, when I started 10 years ago, women were written off even before you got it, even before you got started. First of all, if you're married, we were discussing with Patrick earlier, it was like, if you go for a business meeting, obviously your husband does not want you to go because they think, you're attractive and other men are going to hit on you. For women, men, please support your women, support your mothers, because women can achieve anything in society. I think I've been an example. I've been able to actually change the trend of fashion, not only in Uganda, but all over the world. And at this point, actually, I get invited to do fashion weeks everywhere in the world, and also represent the United Nations with the programs that we're doing now that about ethical fashion that are going to support and empower women in Africa. So I am the only woman panelist here, but I'm not intimidated by men. I remember I used to go for meetings during Miss Uganda where I had all the sponsors who all happened to be men, and I would go in with a vest and a torn pair of jeans, and everybody looked at me like, like I was some piece of shit, I don't know from where. Because first of all, I didn't know about the culture of the corporate world. I'm going to go to speak to the Ruparelia group of companies. I'm going to MTN Uganda, to Nile Breweries, and they're in the board meeting, and I have to ask for 400 million to do Miss Uganda, and I'm just dressed the way, that was inappropriate for them. And for me, I thought, that's me, that's how I wanted to do. But now, I did not know that I had to wear a suit to be able to get the money from the companies. But I still got the money anyway, because I was bold. I persevered. I never gave up. I kept pushing, no matter, even if they said no, I went back the next day. When I approached Sudhir to sponsor Miss Uganda, we required a lot of capital, a lot of money. And actually, for me to get the license to the Miss World, because Miss Uganda had not been to the Miss World for over 6 years, so they did not want to give the Miss World license to anyone from Uganda unless I had somebody to recommend me from Uganda who was well-known, who was successful in business. So Sudhir actually wrote me a letter and recommended me to the Miss World organization to get the first Miss Uganda license. So thank you very much.
Well, I think it appears that you need contacts to be able to do business. Did you have any money to start that little small business of yours? Did you have a rich dad? Did you have a rich dad, a rich mom, or stuff like that?
I come from a very humble background where my father passed away when I was little, when I was about 7, 8 years old. My mom is a mother of 7. I'm the second child and one of the 2 girls. So,
yeah, did you have capital to start? Where did you get it from?
I didn't. I had a rich boyfriend. It's one of Patrick's things that you say, marry into money. But just to say that you shouldn't go out and find somebody who has money, because even if you don't have the skill, you don't have the talent, you're going to waste it and it will get to nothing. You will just spend it. So, yeah, my ex-boyfriend gave me some money because I had just come out of school, fashion school in London. I didn't have any experience working for anybody. I didn't even know what I was doing totally, but I knew that I wanted to get involved in fashion. I loved fashion, I loved clothes, and I knew that this is what I wanted to do. And I didn't care how I was going to get to the next step, but I had to start somewhere. So yeah, I had somebody who helped me, give me some capital for start.
Now, I'm sure guys in this room, most of them especially who are working, think of stuff like boutiques, stuff like shops, where they can retire in the evening. They want to import clothes from London or Italy or China. So do clothes make money?
I told you clothes make money. That's why I'm still here 10 years later. I would have stopped the business already by now. I know I started off on the high end, but that's what I knew. That's what I wanted to do. I was selling to the middle class on the upper end. What I have learned from now is not just to go out and look for a small group of people to support my business. I have learned that I can now clothe the whole country and be able to make clothes locally that are basically affordable to each and everybody, to each household in Uganda. So everyone, like I said earlier, everyone needs clothing, no matter how expensive, no matter how cheap. Every day no one will walk out of the house naked unless it's by choice. But I don't think I wouldn't. It would be a shock if I walked out topless or something. Everybody would run.